Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu salam, rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Tahir Khalid. I'd like to welcome to our program here at Sharjah TV, Getting to Know Allah, Getting to Know Your Lord. And we're talking about your home and how you deal with your house, how you deal with your neighbors, your community, what it is that we need to do in our communities to make them more viable, better, and of course, all of us want where we live to be a better place to live for everybody. So what contributions can we make in relationship to that, and specifically in terms of our own homes? What are the things that we can do to make our homes more pleasing to Allah and more pleasant for me? And if I make it more pleasing to Allah, it's going to be more pleasant for me, isn't it? So let's talk about, let's see, collected by a Muslim, the Prophet ﷺ said more or less, when any one of you enters his home and mentions the name of Allah, when he enters, when he eats, the shaitan says, you have no place to stay and nothing to eat here. When you say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah. If he enters and does not mention the name of Allah, when he enters, the Satan says, you have a place to stay. If he does not mention the name of Allah when he eats, the Shaitan says, you have a place to stay and something to eat. It's collected by Muslim and Ahmed. Now people say, oh, come on, brother. How can that be? Who is this Satan guy? What are you talking about? There's no Satan. We don't see him. We don't understand this. Well, that's for the people who don't believe. And Satan, he loves that. He loves the idea that you say he doesn't exist. He's not real. He's just a fiction. It's a fictitious character. He's just something in your imagination. He doesn't really exist. He really can't do anything. Well, we know better. We know better. And as a result of that, because of the lack of belief that people have today in the existence of Satan, it is very easy for him to tie people in knots because they have no protection from him. They have no awareness because there's no belief. So he ties them in knots. He's always in their ear. They don't realize their actions are being influenced by him because they have become normal for them and natural, and in many instances common wherever that they may live or within the society or within the group of people that they are generally involved with. So they begin to think it's okay. And this is very common. We have people now, we're hearing about people who have committed heinous acts which are extremely repulsive in the society at large. And at the same time, they act like it's no big deal. Because why is this? Obviously, in the circles that they travel in, it is not uncommon and nobody thinks twice about it, or because of their status, wherever it is that they live, that people are afraid to address it or to even present it. And this person is an evil person, and his actions are covered by his sphere of influence and so forth and so on. And unfortunately, we find this on a global level. And generally, it is related to other people being exploited by them in one way or another. Unfortunately, this is something that has gone on since the beginning of time, but it continues today. Even with all of the systems that we have in place today, it is still going on. And there are people who feel that they are above and beyond the law. But there's one thing that they do that is convenient for them, but it is really a point of ignorance. And that is to believe that they will escape with the oppression of others and that they can get away with it. No, they will not. They will have to account. And the accounting starts in this world and in the grave and on the day of judgment. They won't escape the punishment of Allah. And they will have no recollection, no understanding of whatever benefits that they took in this world, or whatever it was that they've done to some other human being to take away their rights and to supposedly enjoy the benefits of taking someone else's rights. They'll have no recollection of this, no understanding of this reality in this world. This world, Allah will flip the script on them. This world will have been to them as though it was a center of darkness. Yes. This is our belief system as Muslims, that everyone will have justice on the Day of Judgment. Every single soul who was created will have his day. And anyone who has committed acts against him will have to account. He or she will not escape. So if we look at our situation, Allah has given us ways and means to practice on a daily level our daily functions in a way in which Allah is pleased with them. And He has also given us the means and methods of obeying Allah and refraining from involving in situations and circumstances which are displeasing to Allah. And on the other side of the coin, those deeds and actions which Allah is most pleased with, which will benefit us in this life and in the hereafter. So we're on a dual track, meaning we're living in this world, but we believe ultimately the eternal world is after death. This is eternity. So what I'm working for right now is that. I'm not obsessed by the things of this world. I need to have things in this world, yes. But my real objective is to be connected to my eternity. And I believe that it is just that, eternity. And this temporary time that I'm in this world is a means of what? Taking care of the necessities for my journey. So I don't become obsessed by the world and what? I just become comfortable in this world when I know I'm going to leave it. It's just a matter of time. And I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where. I don't know what my condition will be. It could be at any given second. And I have to live with that reality and prepare myself to return to my Lord at any given time. This understanding is a very perceptive understanding, which many people misunderstand, Muslims included. But it's very simple, and unfortunately, many people are in denial about it, so that even the simplicity of it escapes them. So we always want to know the truth. And there are many people today, they're lying about this. And they have convinced other people to believe in something other than the ultimate truth. So we're calling every single soul to this truth. The soul already knows. But many of us, due to our sins, our desire to do sin, our hearts repel this truth. And we need to look at the condition of our hearts. Because many of us, when we hear the truth, we know it's true. But what do? Yeah, but I'm having such a great time doing what I'm doing. Or I'm making so much money doing A, B, C. You want me to stop that now? Or I'm just enjoying my life. I'm just starting to enjoy my life, man. You want to destroy that? You telling me to give up this lifestyle for what you're saying, for this paradise, for this Jannah, for this heaven, and I can't see it? Right now, I see the benefits from what I'm doing. I'm reaping the benefits. I'm enjoying it right now. You taught me to wait for later? I can't do that. That's the test. Do we truly believe in that which we cannot see? Are we prepared to work for that and prepare our place and to do righteous deeds and actions today to prepare for that day? With this level of consciousness, regardless of what other people believe or what other people are doing, saying, secondary. That Allah has blessed me to be exposed to this truth, to understand it, and to make effort to implement my life. Shouldn't we be thankful for this? Shouldn't we have the concern for the condition of humanity as a whole? We know we can't impact humanity as a whole necessarily, but Allah can. So should we not be praying for the guidance of all mankind, that every soul shall have an invitation to the oneness of Allah, understand who is Allah for the sake of his own salvation, and that this world is just a temporary holding station, a big one, but that's all it is. And to worry about what will be my condition. And Abu Dawud and Tirmidhi reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, more or less, if a man goes out of his house and says, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. In the name of Allah, I put my trust in Allah. There is no help and no strength except in Allah. It will be said to him, this will take care of you. You are guided. You have what you need and you are protected. The shaitan will stay away from him, and another shaitan will say to him, what can you do with a man who is guided, provided for, and protected? This is collected by Sahih Jami. So if we just look at this by saying these simple words, when you leave your house, people say, oh yeah, I know a brother, he's always reciting Quran, he's always making his dua, meaning he's making prayers, his tongue is always busy, but he got hit by a car the other day. So you're saying he's protected. Sure, didn't say he's not going to die. Allah says more or less in the Quran, every soul shall have a taste of death. We have to understand the basis of this reality and the balance of it. That this world is temporary. We need to understand that. We need to understand that dynamic, and that whatever is there where we're focusing on in this world, it has to be connected to our hereafter. The people obsessed by the world only, this is at a loss. No recognition of the hereafter, no belief that there's going to be life after death, only believing in the here and now, as we hear people say, the here and now, as those, let's do it today because tomorrow is not promised. This is true. But tomorrow is promised. Tomorrow is promised. And it is also promised to us what our condition will be. If you do A, B, C, it will be that. If you do C, D, F, it will be that. So it is reported to us what our condition will be. We need to condition ourselves, prepare ourselves for that reality. Strive with our might and our wealth to obey the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah is pleased with us. Do the deeds today to get the help of Allah in our life. Get the reality of who is Allah. Now, before the angel of death takes our soul. As we see today, all kinds of situations where young people who were very healthy, athletic, bang, they go to sleep at night, they don't wake up. They're on their computer, their laptop, somebody goes push them, they fall off. Have they been sick? No. And it's their time. Allah has written for their time to be up. Ask yourself this question, if you see this program. What is my status today, presently? Where do I stand with my relationship to my Lord? What does my Lord want from me? And what am I doing to please him? What actions, activities am I involved with that will help me come closer to my Lord, understanding, implementing in my life that will benefit me in this world and more importantly in the hereafter? What is it that I'm doing on a daily basis to send rewards, benefits to my hereafter? Things that will benefit me in the hereafter. Not being worried and concerned about these things in this world. So take the time out now. Contemplate about what is your present status. What is your present condition in relationship to your Lord? Where do you stand? If you were to die today, don't make it fictitious, let's make it real. If you were to die today, based on what you know about yourself, based on what we're being said, what would be your condition? Look at that reality. Try to make it as real as possible. Just blot down some things and look at it seriously and think about, okay, if this happens, what would be my condition today as I stand today, as my thinking, as my efforts, as my belief system, as my regularity, consistency. Where is that in relationship to obeying my Lord on a daily basis? In my whole life, where is it? When I stand before my Lord, will I be able to say, will I be one of those people who says, I prayed regularly, Ya Allah, I prayed regularly. I was a believer. Under all circumstances, I never left my belief in you. I entrusted my life to you. I believed in all that was revealed. And I tried to implement it in my life and invite others to it. Can all of us say that? And to what degree? And we should want to make the maximum effort that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that will have an impact on our societies, our communities, starting in our home, our neighborhood, our community, our nation. So we ask Allah to bless all the believers and those of you who are still in disbelief, that He guides you. He opened your heart to this truth, this reality, that you come to this reality and become one of those people who become the promoters of this, that your life will be a practical example for people to see who knew you, who saw you change. That there has to be, some people say, that was a miracle in itself. We saw this man, how he was before, and now he's a man who's believing in Allah. So we hope and we pray for this, for all of our viewers, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you to this truth. My name is Tahir Khalid. I'd like to thank you for joining us here at Sharjah TV on getting to know your Lord, getting closer to your Lord for your own salvation's sake. Do it today, because tomorrow is not promised. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.